to Rogue Dragon Speaks, and I got something new for you today. I ordered on the Kickstarter the new Conan game, and it's going to probably be a while before I get the books, but they sent me all the PDFs. So let's see. We'll start here with the core book. It's our cover. Decent picture of Conan there. Conan the Hyborian Age. So we got the basic stuff here with sorcery and making your character. Then tales is probably modules, and then I guess some advanced rules you can use. The character sheet. And another nice piece of art there. That's chapter 1 introduction. Let's go to, I'm going to go to character creation. Basic stuff here with the role-playing game. Let's check out some art. Very nice. So this is Conan, created by Robert E. Howard. This is sword and sorcery, not fantasy, meaning that there's no demi-humans and magic is more chaotic. I like that picture. It's got some good art in here. So this is going to tell you about the Hyborian Age, the world of Conan. The end of adventure, and then character creation. Each player needs to create a player character, the hero or scoundrel, that they will embody during their adventures through the Hyborian Age. While PCs start out rough around the edges, in time they become adventurers worthy of legend, story, and song. So you choose an origin. Then you get your bonuses, perks, and advantages that are provided by the origin. Basic life points, so you get a basic number of hit points. Sorcery represents sorcery disciplines of PC. From that origin, they purchase sorcery skills from. Many origins have no access to sorcery skills at all, showing that those upbringings receive little or no exposure to such arcane teachings. And, it is important to note that just because an origin allows access to sorcery skills does not mean that all characters from that origin will possess such abilities. In fact, sorcery is a relatively rare trait, and the vast majority of characters from these origins do not know the great power that they have the potential to wield. It is therefore quite acceptable, for example, to create a character that is from the blood of a demon and focus on a non-sorcery aspect, such as a lust for violence or a macabre interest in the occult, ignoring sorcery skills entirely. Okay. So So here are the rules for this character, which is from the Hills background. At the start of each tale, you can choose Might, Edge, or Grit for the duration of the tale. So you can choose one of these bonuses for each time you go out on an adventure. Apply +1 to all checks and attacks related to the chosen stat. You get 30 hit points, no sorcery. Okay. He came of a race of hillmen, accustomed to scaling forbidden crags, and he was a man of unusual strength and agility. His only garment was a pair of short red silk breeks, and his sandals were slung to his back, out of his way, as were his sword and dagger. Robert E. Howard's Jewels of Balhor. So, this is going to be, if you want to be a barbarian, or you're going to be Conan. All right. I like this drawing here. This is from the streets. You get a +1 to all edge checks and attacks. Begin with fleet-footed or of the shadow skill. 22 hit points, no sorcery. From the streets. In one of those dens, merriment thundered to the low smoke-stained roof, where rascals gathered in every stage of rags and tatters. Furtive cut-pursers, leering kidnappers, quick-fingered thieves, swaggering bravos, with their winces, strident-voiced women clad in tawdry finery. Robert E. Howard, The Tower of the Elephant. So this is your thief assassin. Oh, look at this. You know what this is. From the Steps to Hyrcanian. The Subata. Alright. +1 to all ranged damage. Begin with Born in the Saddle skill. 26 hit points. No sorcery. From the Steps. Shaking the sweat and blood from his eyes, Conan saw 4 horsemen sitting their steeds in the twilight and staring up at him. They were lean, white-robed hawks, Zuagor tribesmen, without a doubt nomads from beyond the river. Robert E. Howard, A Witch Shall Be Born. All right. From the north. +1 to all melee damage. Begin with Ironhide, our charge skill. 32 hit points, no sorcery. From the north. Man of the Raven Lock, said he, tell me your name, so that my brothers in Vanaheim may know who was the last of Wulfhere's band to fall before the sword of Heimdall. Robert E. Howard, Gods of the North. So these are the ones, I believe, who are in the Conan books, who are like the red-haired people. Okay, so here we have From the Wilds. They had this character in the books, and they tried to do it in the unsuccessful Conan sequel. Bonuses, +1 to all grit checks. Spend 1 stamina point. Regain 2 life points. Okay. So they can heal themselves. 30 hit points, no sorcery. As he talked, he was leading the way deeper and deeper into the ancient wilderness, Presently he grunted with satisfaction. They had reached the spot where the underbrush was more scattered, and an outcropping of stone was visible, wandering off southward. Robert E. Howard, Beyond the Black River. From a civilized land, you get +2 to all wits checks. Begin with the uncanny warding skill. 22 hit points. You may buy sorcery skills from the alchemy discipline. Okay. From a civilized land, once climbed against a purple sunless horizon, he saw the mighty walls and towers of a great city, such as rose nowhere on the waking earth he knew, its colossal pylons and purple minarets lifted towards the stars. Robert E. Howard, Hour of the Dragon. So that's more of an intelligence build with alchemy. Of course, the way they wrote it, you can get weapon skills with all your characters here, is what it sounded like from the description. Okay. From Parts Unknown. So we have the Mysterious Wanderer here. +1 to all checks made as part of a contest. Spend 1 stamina point. You get +2 sorcery defense for the duration of the current combat. 26 hit points. You may buy sorcery skills from 2 sorcery disciplines of your choice. So you can choose 2 schools of magic. Great picture. From Parts Unknown, men said he spent much time in the hills, in curious conclaves with surviving remnants of an old race, dark, silent folk who claimed descent from an ancient kingdom. So these people are like the hermits. They're kind of like, for lack of a better term, the druids. Well, but again, maybe this guy's the druid. Maybe that's a hermit wizard we saw before. From the blood of Jebel Sog. Okay. He really looks like an explorer, kind of a hermit druid, doesn't he? Let's see. Whenever you regain life points, you regain 2 additional life points. You begin with the healing sorcery skill. Base life points 28. You may only buy sorcery skills from alchemy and white magic. So he's like the white magician of the druid. You know, he's the healer. Once all living things worshipped him. That was long ago, when beasts and men spoke one language. Men have forgotten him. Even the beasts forget. Only a few remember the men who remember Jebel Sog, and the beasts who remember are brothers and speak the same tongue. Robert E. Howard, Beyond the Black River. From the Blood of Acheron. +1 to all wit checks. Spend 1 stamina point, reduce the cost in life points to cast a spell by half, rounding up. 20 hit points. Sorcery. You may have sorcery skills from all sorcery discipline. So this could be a white magic, a black magic, or combined. So that's definitely your sorcerer build there. From the Blood of Acheron. Aye, and when the day of reckoning came, the sword was not spared, till Acheron ceased to be. And purple-towered Python became a memory of forgotten days, but the younger kingdoms rose on the imperial ruins and waxed great. From the Blood of a Demon. +1 to all sorcery attacks. +2 to all sorcery damage. 26 hit points. You may buy sorcery skills from the black magic and demon magic disciplines. So here's your evil sorcerer. From the blood of a demon. I am of human origin, but I rule demons. You have seen the lords of the black circle. It would blast your soul to hear from what far realm I summon them, and from what doom I guard them with ensorcelled crystal and golden serpents. People of the black circle. Okay. So then you're going to distribute your stat points. I think there's only 4 stats here. Might, edge, grit, and wits. Might is physical strength. Edge is physical sharpness, dexterity, hand-eye coordination. So strength and dex. Grit is pain tolerance, your stamina, constitution, resistance to poison. Okay, your constitution. And then wits. Intelligence, eloquence of speech, rhetoric, ability to decipher languages and symbols, knowledge-based deduction, and ability to read people and detect and tell lies. Wits is also used by sorcerers to decipher magical language, and in some cases enhance the effectiveness of spells. So basically, there's really no wisdom because there's really no clerics in this type of setting. The healer is just another type of sorcerer. Then you choose your starting skills. There's some other values here, like physical defense, sorcery defense, your hit points, your stamina points, your flex die. They call hit points life points. So this is some of the starting skills that you get with your every class. Different classes get different skills. To choose skills, each PCs allotted 3 XP to spend on them. So you get your starting skill, and then you buy your skills or your 3 experience points. You can spend 3 XP on any skills from the starting skills table below, as well as any sorcery skills from the sorcery's disciplines that the PC's origin allows, if any. You create your backstory. We're talking about some basic stuff here. So let's get the rules for sorcery, some game mastering, encounters. What kind of encounters? So guards. That gives you the information for bandits, picts, cultists, pirates. So it's showing different kinds of NPCs here. And barbarians, step riders, sorcerers. Oh, here we go. You're giving you some monsters here. Living statues, the undead, skeletons, mummies, ghosts, vampires, ghouls. Where's the picture? Okay. Scourge of Set. Looks kind of like a hydra. Black ones, clearly more than mere human. The black ones inhabit an island somewhere out amidst the churning sea. So these aren't just like regular black aboriginals. Stories speak of exceptional powers of magical pipes capable of shredding the souls of those forced to listen to the keening, bodies warping and distending themselves, bones breaking as the sound of the pipe induced horrifying paroxysms of agony in their victims. Deep dwellers, you got your lizard men troglodyte there, jungle dragons. Frost giants. So they're doing a good job with different monsters here. Lesser demon. Winged nightmare. So it's kind of like a gargoyle. Servant of Ahriman. Nameless horror. Beast. Wild animals. Giant scorpions. Giant spiders. You gotta have giant scorpions, spiders, and of course, snakes. The gray man apes. And then we get into our history and such and whatnot there. Hyborian race, so that's more stuff for the information on the lore. And then we have the tales, those are the modules, and I want to check out the advanced rules. The tales. The following three tales serve as a great introduction to the games of Conan the Hyborian Age. It is suggested that the King's Mound is used as a starting point to help players and GMs learn the rules of the game and experience the flow of action. The Seal of Acheron and the Frost Giant's Brother can be used to follow up its introductory tale and designed to offer a greater challenge and present players with more risk. Guidance on running tales is provided in the Game Mastery chapter on page 85. So, we got three modules here. With maps and everything. Okay. Advanced rules. Using different types of fighting styles can give you bonuses. More advanced skills. Ambidextrous, brutal strength. I'm liking these. So just a short advanced rules give you more skills and stuff. So the introduction is easier. So you have an experience, flex die, might is grit wits, defense, your life points, your weapons, your skill or spells. No real place for equipment though. Tales of the Hyborian Age 1 and 2 available now. A collection of easy to run adventures for Conan the Hyborian Age role-playing game. Alright. Volume 1 is composed of 7 tales, including the 5-part episodic mini-campaign, The Storm Under Tarantia. And Volume 2 includes 11 tales, supplying game masters the opportunity to pit players against new and exciting challenges. Okay. Well, I don't want to look at those because we got them here. That's the Game Master screen that you can print out there. There we go. So this is just showing a reprint of pages, I guess, that are important for use and play. I'll come back to these two. The character sheet. We already looked at the character sheet, but let's see. Yeah, those are identical to the same thing. This is for the Game Master here. This is, excuse me, an encounter sheet. So you can have your monsters on it that they're fighting. Player reference sheet. So actions, attacks, attack modifiers, flex stuff. Okay, very nice. And then here we have the Hyborian Age. Tales, Volume 1. And we have the Storm of Tarantia, Skull of Salazar Beg, the Temple of the Basilisk's Tooth, the Maze of the Spider, Wild River. So it looks like they're, taking stuff directly from Robert E. Howard writing. I'm really looking forward to playing this. I think I'm going to wait till I get the books. But, Storm of Francia. So I won't say this to spoil it. None of this following is known to the player characters. That's one of the maps. Ooh. Worm spawn. So they made up new monsters for the modules. That's good. It's some really good art. I've been impressed with all the art in here. Really like it. So I don't want to spoil the modules. Just gonna show them to you real briefly here. And this is the Hyborian Age 2. And that's going to be 11 modules here. There are 20 pages, so maybe you could use some of these things as one shots. Who knows? Isle of Fire. It's got decent maps for you. And well written. All right. Well, that's going to conclude our look at Conan the Hyborian Age. And if you enjoyed this, please give us a like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.